Okay, so interesting. We're using acroflavine pompoensalve, pumpkin ointment, on this guy because he gets like eczema on his nose, skin infection. So this really works, and then it helps with the sunburn as well. He does wear a fly mask that goes over his entire nose. I'll show you what I'm busy with here. So I have a red light. I want to just see if I can get his body's reactions. Oops. Okay, so he has, he tends to duck. Oh, let's put this off for a second. So he tends to duck forward. So if we do a test here, if I do a test here, he ducks forward. He shouldn't. He should be ducking back. There he ducks level. They should duck back on this area here. So the fact that if I go here, he ducks forward. We don't want that. So, and if I go here, he ducks forward. So on this tummy girdle is where he should be. He's cross about that. But tummy girdle, he should be lifting this up. He's just hit me quite hard with his tail. Let's see if I get the tail again. Tummy girdle up. His face as well. So we want him to focus on that action. Yeah, he doesn't like it, but that's the action we want him to focus on. There you go, beautifully. Do it again. Wait. Fortunately, he doesn't kick, not like some horses. I don't have a halter on or anything, so we're going to just show you. I'm going to tuck him up. He's tucking forward. He should be tucking back already. He's tucking forward. Oh, good. He says, I can't. So, why I've got my good boy, it was a sideways. We're going to change. So he needs to come up here as well. See, he tucks down. He should actually come up into my hand. I'm going to lift here. I want him to go up here with a lift here. So whenever the girth goes on, he should automatically be holding the ride and the saddle. But he doesn't. He ducks down. Ducks down because the rider is riding, because we want the rider to encourage him, lift his back up. He gets very cross about things like this. But anyway, I'm going to change his side. Change sides. He's actually very scared in the stable. Oh, I've got my... So let's just show you the tucking. I'll put this down so I don't drop it. Oh, that's not safe. Let's put that down safely. So I'll show you again. If I'm going to go from about here, he should already be ducking backwards, but you'll see he'll duck forward. He'll duck more forward, flatten this out, as opposed to ducking it up. Yeah, good boy. Now, what I want to say, even though he flattens, because when we go to the complete flatness, and then we ask him to complete lift, it's the two extremes of the movement, and he can then, oh, look at the hairs out of there, so there's some quick release there. Your fascia release speed, your fascia conversation with the cerebellum, and is quicker than the nerve. So I will tell you, this is off. Oh, isn't he huffing? I'm going to pick him up here. He says he can't. So I'm going to pick him up from here. Yeah. And he says I can't. Now ask him again. So also, yeah, as on the other side. If I duck here, he's going to duck down. If I'm with us, he's ducking down. Very bops. He's very nervous in the stable, and I must say. So now we want to tell him to duck up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do it again. He's not hitting with the tail on this side. Duck up. Yeah. This is really a good. I'm going to show you duck down and curve away. It's not as bad down as the other side. Belly girdle, tuck up. So this side's not tucking up much, and the tail's not hitting as hard. His face did shout a little bit. Girth line. So we tuck down. We don't want to tuck down. We want to tuck up. The minute you put the girth on, he's supposed to lift his back up to to receive the rider. So I want to just pick him up. He says, don't pick me up. So how do I pick him up? Take hold of him, pick him up. He says, don't pick me up. Pick him up. Good boy. Yeah. Doesn't like that. Must pick himself up with the rider. So the rider should, anybody that rides, yeah, what a beautiful pickup that was. Yeah, come here. Yeah. Okay, one more. I'm going to pick up. There's the side. Watch the back. I should have a line there so you can actually see the pickup. Oh, there's a line. Okay, pick up. Yay. Good boy. And again. Okay, be level. There's our line. And we're going to pick up. Good. Further back. Yeah, he's shaking his head. Pick up. Good boy. Back so much straighter there now. And then you'll see the croup is less pointy. Definitely less pointy after that. And probably will tuck back now as opposed to tucking forward. So if I went there, he would definitely tuck forward. Over here, he should tuck back now. Ah, yes. Okay, obviously with camera, me and my filming, let's do another tuck up. I'm going to do softer. I don't want him to move away from my tuck. So I'm going further back. There's tail. I'm going to go about here. Or holding. So it is putting this hip towards me. He's not doing it true. So if I had two hands, I'd put my other hand on the other side. I'm going to ask him for a little. Oh, whoops, too much. That's just a finger poke. Let's try again. Oh. He says, oh, let's hold. Yeah, he's dropped the hip. Okay, so I'm just holding. How much pressure is there? 3 fingernails. Pinky nails also touching. Thumbs also touching. We're just waiting. He's listening to the clankling on the... Oh, good. He says that's enough. All right, let's try one more. Okay, 3 fingernails. 3 fingernails, basically. Pinky's loose. Thumb is loose. Oopsie, dip down. So I'm going to just hold and see until we get the dip up. Keep going. And then he says, dip up, walk away. Oh, hold it. Oh, God, sorry. He says, no, not today. Right, I just want to see if I can get the lift the back up here. He scared himself. He's a lot more worried on this side. He was, he's just, he won't. Back up. Good boy. And rub it. He's quite distressed with the tail now. He's hitting me. Let's go again. Lift up your back. He's just throwing his head at me, so I'm going to just ignore. Good. Okay, so let's try the dip. He's not dipping his back now. So now he's receiving the rider. No, he's dipping there. So we have to tell him don't dip there. Lift up, receive your rider. See. Oh, good boy. He's receiving his rider. Good boy. That's how you do some of the posture work. The croup is much less pointy here now. Let's see if we can get a dip. I'm not going to, we got a bit of lick and a chew. And we're going to, dip up immediately and hold. Holding. Dropping his leg, holding. Good. Good boy. You see all the hairs coming out, so that we had a release on the side as well, similar to the other side. And that's all we're doing today, folks. But yeah, so his back is definitely up now. And we're just going to let him breathe here for a bit. but definitely receiving the rider now. No dipping. Oops, there's a dip there. So I'm going to put the light on there. He's going to be scared of the light. Listen to the sound of it. Got a bit of a sound as well. I like the sound on them. All right, so I'm actually looking for the place that I need to put the light. I think it's here. So the way I'm finding out if I've got the right spot is lick and chew, head shake, soft eyes. So I did him yesterday as well, very briefly. I had a bit of time yesterday. So I would, with the light, until I've got his posture receiving the rider properly, until I've actually got the posture receiving the rider properly, I would do this quite a few times. The lifting. You'll see his neck's too creased behind you. I'm actually going to go there with light and all. Too many wrinkles. Shouldn't have those wrinkles. This neck should lift up more. Yeah. And this should go forward more. And this should come up. But anyway, it's an old boy, so a rider needs to ride him proper. Good boy. He just lifted himself up straight, but the croup's gone a bit pointy again. And I'm telling you now, if I had to do the test to see if we dip forward back, he'll dip forward again. I don't want to dip forward. We want to dip back. We want to tuck the tummy. So he keeps moving, shifting legs. There's that vibrating on the shoulder. He's dropped his hind leg. You see the vibrating on the shoulder? And then you'll see there's veins suddenly come up here. Good boy. He's dropped his head a bit. So the wall's in the way. We're a bit close to the wall. I am going to change his sides. Oh, deep blinking. But the thing is that he's very clever. He learns very quickly. And unfortunately, when they learn so quickly, sometimes they learn the wrong things as quickly. And if they've known the wrong things for very long, it's going to take long. No, look at that vibrating. So, yeah, good boy. Oh, blinking, blinking. So we actually on the last rib, on the top of the last rib, which then muscles fan out. It's just hit me in the face with the tail. I normally have a hat on. I don't have a hat on today. I'm going to change sides. You can hear the vibration in the bone. You can feel it. So I'm just going to go into the bone now. Let me see if I've got to move out of this one. Okay, so that's square in front. And behind is unsquare. I'm going to change sides anyway. Okay, change sides. So this piece here is hanging lower than the other side. These ribs are sticking out towards me than the other side. So I would like to push them up. Push them up with my fingers. He's unable to let them go up. He says, don't push my ribs up. Come on, lift those ribs up. Don't get cross. Just lift them up, boy. Just lift them. Lift them. So this line is then a bit stuck, and it's hanging lower. It's hanging. So this is hanging lower than that side. Hanging lower than that side. So we want to lift this up into, yep, into that side. He says I can't and don't do it. I'm going to just use a red light. I'm going to start on this curve of the curve of the last rib. And then there's the top, the shelf of that will go on that line. But I'm going to start with this curve here. This the fan muscles fans out. Goes up here. You know, it fans out. We address all these muscles from this point. I normally do it with my hand with pressure, and oh, look at the breathing. It's a good sign, the breathing. He didn't even jump for that noise on the roof. It's a tree that drops its leaves. All right, so we're going to just move from the curve of the last rib up. Oh, I think I can speed it. What does that mean? There's a plus and minus. Do you think it's zooming? You. Very soft. So my two questions. Is he listening to something? Or is he listening to something inside his body? No, it could be a bit of both. But his breathing has deepened. The stomach is gurgling. So yeah, so we just wait. Oh, listen to the gurgle. I don't want to go off his face now because I'd like him to get that. Okay, so my hand has followed a line. So we came curve of the rib round alongside that we go up into withers. He does have one lower foot and one more upright. But it's interesting, the flatter foot has been coming less flat. Oh. Sorry, I've just gone into a zone with a horse. Sure. So it's interesting, everywhere where I want to work on, where I believe he needs to change his posture and be stronger, and look where he's needing the releases. He's needing the releases in this area, yeah. Nuchal ligament withers down, going down now. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. The eyes have gone very wide I'll show you where I'm at. So now I'm getting to the point where you can affect the hyoid. So the hyoid is under there. And you can affect the hyoid, not just at some point, a little bit lower here where my thumb is, thereabouts, in this area. So I can't tell you for sure because it depends where it connects to the scapula, and I don't have x-ray eyes, but we can pick up what happens. Oh, very interesting that the movement of the light, it's actually kind of warm. I think he's going to tell me it's too warm in a minute. He's going to tell me it's too warm. My fingers are okay. Oh dear, there my alarm's gone off now. So session is over 21 minutes, my boy. Oh, your mum will come now. So he's moving this leg around. It's like, uh-oh. Oh, what's this? Oh! Why is the picture bad? Interesting. Okay. Alarm's going. Oh, I'm not finished, but we will be finished. Yeah, we're finished. I think we're finished, boy. I have to go. I'm late now. Listening to the alarm.